Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Chris Cano podcast. I'm excited because this has been talked about for about 6 months. And it's been talked about in a way where I catch myself wanting other people to launch their podcasts. And a lot of these ideas that I've had haven't been formatted in the way I want to see it going, right? So I've been encouraging people like, what if you did your podcast like this? So you know what? I said, Mike, let's just do this. Let's bring back the Chris Cano podcast, all these ideas of bringing business owners together, exploiting some of the really good stuff that's happening here in San Antonio, giving it a spotlight, a showcase. Essentially, all I want to do is I want to bring you all with me. I feel like I have a really cool rhythm to business, and I'm not saying I have the right rhythm, but I have a really cool rhythm. I do life with some really interesting people who have been very successful on how they do it. So I just want y'all to walk with me. I want them to walk with me. I want to bring them on. I want to showcase them. But this season, I want to do it a little bit different. I wanted to bring somebody with me to actually fact check some of this stuff, because one thing I know is going back and watching old episodes, we're kind of full of crap on some stuff. So this season, I have Ernest Trujillo.
That's
Did I
correct.
nail it?
Yeah, you got it nailed it third time.
But in Espanol, it's Ernest Trujillo?
Yeah, that's as far as I'll go. Yes.
How do you say Ernest in Spanish?
Ernesto.
Okay, which it translates to just Ernest.
Just Ernest.
And Ernest is, what does Ernest mean?
Honest.
I love it. Best fact checker name ever.
Yeah. I did not like my name growing up, but as I've got to my age,
What age are you?
I'm 35.
And at what age did you like yourself? Or how did you word it? Your name. Sorry, at what age did you like your name?
I liked it in my 30s.
Okay, so you're about 5 years into this thing.
Yeah, 5 years, 30 years, it took me a while to get used to it.
Hey, I just want to set the tone real quick. You're not going to trauma dump on this podcast, are you? Like, we're not going to get a lot of that. Like what you just did right now about your name and your childhood, we're not going to get a lot of that, are we?
I hope not.
Yeah, just fact check.
Yeah.
Okay, appreciate that. So I want to catch you up real quick, because it's been... Dude, I hope your wife knows I love you. If she watches this podcast, because my real concern, I don't want to lose her as my friend.
Oh, yeah, you've already lost her, but that's okay.
Yeah, anyways. In the last year and a half since we've been doing the Chris Cano podcast, y'all know I got married. We are celebrating our 1.5 year anniversary. Got my wife pregnant. Really, really excited about that. We're doing a water birth, which is wild, and I want to shout out Living Water Birth. I don't know if I want to invite them onto the podcast, Ernest, but I don't know if it would be a good show.
It would be a good show if we were in a tub. Set the mood.
Don't get weird, dude. Okay, calm down. My wife is delivering our baby in our bathtub, which, Ernest, we do have a bathtub. It's not just a walk-in shower. So I've had to do a lot of research on this, and I go through all the appointments. I try not to miss any of them. They're in Bernie. But it's really interesting because one thing I discovered that I'm really kind of concerned with is when women have babies in bathtubs, sometimes they poop a little bit. Right? Which I just learned recently. I didn't know girls pooped, but in the bathtub, when you're having a baby, you poop. And they give the husband this little, fish tank.
Pooper scooper.
Cleaner, a pooper scooper. And so it's apparently it's going to be the best day of my life. Can't wait for it. So we're doing that, and baby's due in July. It's going to be a little baby boy. My first at the age of 40, really excited about that. And Marissa's family living in California, they'll be flying in. They're going to be a big part of that day. Probably invite you guys. Would love to have y'all. Mike, Antonio, y'all are more than welcome to come. Yeah, so that's kind of cool. Marissa has launched her jewelry business. She just did her first conference at the International Women's Conference Day that they had here. Really proud husband. Refinery has been a huge success. Now, when my wife launched her jewelry business around the same time that we found out she was pregnant, so her ambition and a lot of the things. So anyways, I don't want to share too much of her story. I'm going to have her on the show. I want to showcase, a mom running a jewelry business, right? And I know there's a lot of mothers out there that also, double up as business owners as well. So maybe it'll speak to you guys. Good News Parenting Podcast. One thing that I've been listening to a lot on my journey, in my opinion, Caleb Jones has one of the cutest babies. And so I'm hoping that we also have a cute baby. So I'm listening to Good News Parenting, trying to figure out, how cute babies just happen.
Yeah, listening to a podcast is not going to make your kid cuter, but it's worth a shot.
And you look that up? Because remember, dude, your role is truth.
It is true.
Okay.
Time after time.
Shout out to Casey and Caleb. I'm going to hopefully have them on. I've had them on in the past. Just a huge blessing. And I know both Casey, Caleb fathers. I think actually Casey's probably about around this time having his second child. So we're excited for that. More to marriage. Marquise and Crystal, I wouldn't be doing justice if I didn't shout them out. My goal is to bring them on. What they do for married couples, divorced couples, single people, stalkers, even, Ernest, if you want to go. But it's awesome. And they just had their second event here. Hopefully we can put some of their footage and blend it here to showcase kind of what they're doing. But I believe they'll be starting a podcast. I don't want to shout them out too early, but kind of cool stuff there. The Crucible Man with Nathan Mansfield. Hoping to have Nathan on in the very near future. He just texted me, he wants to come on in the first week of April, second week of April. We'll see kind of what our timelines are. But just the way he, as a veteran, is coaching other people through their nutrition journey. I'm currently on a nutrition journey right now. My goal is to get from, should I say my weight? Or should I just take off my shirt?
Let everybody guess.
In the comments section, how much do you think I weigh? But my goal is actually to look like Michael, right? Who I found out before this show is a size 31. Yeah. You think it's genetics, or you think he works out?
It's genetics. Yeah. I've never seen him in the gym.
I've never seen him but dude, videographers have like that media strength, right? Carrying cameras and lights and But my goal is to get down to actually a size 32, and my goal is to do it before our boy is born in the first week of July. So recently hired Selena Stansberry, and I'll put the link to her Instagram there. She wasn't taking male clients on, and she was like a woman's coach. But when I sent her a picture of my before pic, which is my right now pic, she was like, I'll help you. So she created this whole nutrition plan. She wants to know what my blood pressure is. My blood pressure, bro, like 137. Which I heard 140 is like pre-hypertension, apparently. This stuff, being in the mortgage industry, red meat. So I don't want to just look good. I want to be healthy. So I'm walking on this nutrition plan. Back to Nathan Mansfield, this is the space that he lives in. He does it at a very extreme level. His discipline is wild, so hoping to have him on in the near future. Pastor Ed Newton himself was lucky enough to have him open up our last season, so bringing him on to be able to just speak into what it's like to be a very transparent, pastor. He's a guy who's very accessible, deals with the highs and the lows of the day, but still remaining composed. And just the vision that they have to do Champion Plaza and other things coming up for the city is really wild. So hopefully have him on in the very near future. But again, I just want y'all to walk with us. I want you guys to go where we go. Somewhere along the way, I think you'll pick up some nuggets. But it's to be more entertaining than it really is informative. I think in the past we tried so hard to bottle this up and call this a mortgage podcast. You will hear about rates. Ernest will probably shout himself out, probably put his mobile app link somewhere on the screen at some point. But we definitely appreciate you guys coming alongside with us. Episode 1, just wanted to give you the intro. Future episodes, we'll be bringing guests on with us. You guys will be able to tune in wherever you get your podcast from. Apple, Spotify, Whole Foods, Central Market. We'll be in all of it. So for now, I just wanted to say thank y'all. Stay tuned. It's going to get crazy. See y'all.
Till next time. Peace.
Why was Ernest's sign off better than mine?